It is time once again for Italian F4 here on this Saturday. We're getting all set, we're getting all ready for race 2. It is time for 2 more groups to step forward and try and progress as they try and get themselves into the top 36 overall for this weekend to do battle in our finale at the end of the weekend in race 4. Well, here we go then. Once again, we are in the same position, we've got a different grid, and we've still got the exact same fun, and we've also got the addition of a commentator, an extra commentator for this one. My name is Omi, if you didn't already join us earlier on today, but alongside me, we've got Wes. Hi, Wes.
Hello, Omi. Yeah, sorry to not be with you for this morning's race. Unfortunately, here in the United States, it's quite early in the morning, so yeah, I could have made it, but I wouldn't wanted to subject any of the people on stream to that crazy sight.
Yep, absolutely. So, we are just currently making our way through in terms of getting set for the formation lap. That is where we're going to be heading in a couple of moments time. Key Nakamura Berta is the driver who will be leading us away down into the first turn. And Wes, you didn't really get to see too much of the race, but you did hear about the jump start, and you did get to see the jump starts as well. You went to watch back. So let's hope we don't get any of that coming in.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what some of those drivers were thinking. I mean, I can understand being keen to get the championship going, but yeah, a couple of drivers taking that a little too seriously. But yeah, all of the I won't bore all of you with going through all of the penalties that came from race 1, but there were a considerable amount. But let's see what the grid is for this race.
Key Nakamura Berta is alongside Salim Hanna, who will go from second, Maximilian Popov in third, and then it's Thomas Dolchamanes, who was really trying to progress forward early on. He will go from fourth on the grid today, though, and it's Emmanuel Oliveri in fifth. Lucas Samalisto is in sixth position. Kabir Anurag is in seventh. Gabriel Gomez in P8 for this second race of the weekend. And then in ninth and 10th, we see 2 drivers who will be definitely looking to try and progress forward and make some overtakes today. Their names are Alex Powell, and we have Artem Sevayukin in 10th. Bart Harrison is in 11th, and then we have Enea Frey, who will go from 12th position. This is Group A and B, all battling in this race. Group C get to sit this second race out as well. We now take a look over to Jan Koller in 13th. Elio Ace is in 14th position. Peyton Vescott now comes in 15th. And then we have Alexander Sandor Bondarev, who is in 16th. Marcus Sita is in 17th. Luca Riscianu is in 18th. David Christopher is in 19th. And then we have Badr Al-Sulati in 20th position on the grid. In 21st, it is Krill Kutskov ahead of Emily Cotti. Andre Duna is in 23rd. Albag Guy is in 24th position on the grid. And then we are going to find ourselves with Arthur Lomier in 25th, David Walter in 26th, Nathaniel Berreby in 27th, and Phil Colin Stranger, who is in 28th place. A really, really fascinating grid and a great battle that is coming up between all of these drivers, we are going to hope. But that is our grid as we are about to set off for the formation lap.
Yep, just 28 drivers on the grid here, same as race 1, despite the fact that we had 42 on the entry list, so we're having to set them apart into groups, A, B and C. And then some of the more eagle-eyed amongst you will notice that there are 4 Italian F4 races this weekend. That 4th one will be made up of the drivers who score either the most points or have the best finishes of the first 3 races of the group stages. So yeah, very much the best of the best only will be making it into race 4.
Yeah, and it's going to give us one exciting contest coming our way. We are just awaiting everything to be set up and ready. We'll keep it on the battle screen for the moment so you can take a look at our grid. We have Key Nakamura Berta alongside Salim Hanna, Maximilian Popov and Thomas Stolcher, and then we have Thomas, who will start in 4th position. Stolchamanis. It will be fascinating to see how he is going to be able to do from that position. Momentarily just reminding you of our top 4 as we wait for the live timings to kick into gear, and then we will straight away send it over to our main camera screen.
Yeah, gotta love the difficult to pronounce names of all the drivers on the grid here. We several nations are being represented in this, what many consider to be the top flight of F4 racing here in Italy. As you mentioned, Key Nakamura Berta leads them back to the grid on this formation lap with Salim Hanna, an all-Prema front row, as is so often the way in this championship. They do tend to dominate. I think they've taken all but one of the teams championships since the inception of Italian F4 back in 2014. So real dominance from them.
Yep, real dominance from them indeed. And it's going to be a fascinating race coming our way. We're momentarily going to have to head down to the World Feed at some point in the middle of the race, because I'm going to momentarily have to go start the IndyCar practice 2 screen. We're going to have to team view and do a bit of that. So hopefully that's a calm bit of the race, or maybe we get lucky with a safety car. Oh, well, talking about safety cars, we have a car that has stopped on the circuit, Wes.
Yeah, I couldn't quite make out the number of it there. We'll have to get back to you on that one.
Yeah, I wonder what it was.
Yeah, it might have been. It might have been Artur Lumiere, who was due to start in 25th in this race. I think the yellow car was the Viola Formula Racing. But we're going to get it, and it is number 35. Yeah, it is Artur Lumiere. Who's stopped out on the grid, which on the track, which means we're most likely going to have to abandon this. I don't know if they'll send them out once again on another formation lap, or whether they will bring the pit crews back out.
Extra formation lap.
Well, it is an extra formation lap. Yes, confirmation there on the starting gantry now, so they'll send them back round. Hopefully it won't take too long for the marshals, and there they are now attending to Lumiere's car, so it shouldn't take them too long to move that car out of the way. It's fairly easy to get it put into neutral, and then it's just a case of dragging it away with that pickup truck.
Yep, absolutely. So that's what's going to happen, an extra formation lap. As we're going to have that, I'm going to take this moment to actually get on JT's PC by using TeamViewer. So I'm going to use that as well in the meantime, so we can get that set up so the world feed time when we're actually racing is slightly less. So we're going to head over to Ian, who's up there in the commentary box for the world feed.
Ino Wadala, under pressure. He is the new race director for 2025. A bizarre start in race 1 this morning, and an extra formation lap due to Artur Lumiere, the French driver. Lorimer stopping on the formation lap. This is an extra formation lap. And with that word also from Dino, Mr. Lodala, that the race distance has been reduced down to 23 minutes from 25, plus 1 lap here under slightly cloudy skies at Misano. Race 1 this morning, won by Sebastian Weldon. 41 drivers from 27 nations around the world. The most competitive junior car racing series, now in its 12th season, the Italian F4 Championship, presented by WSK Promotion since the very beginning. When Lance Stroll took the title, Ralph Aron a year later, Marcus Siebert, the Argentine, for JBMotorsports 2016, then it was the Kiwi. Now racing in the NTT IndyCar World Series, Marcus Armstrong, Enzo Fittipaldi 2018, Dennis Helger for Van Amersfoort Racing. A year after that, as you look at Olivieri going through in car 68, Gabriele Mini, Il Siciliano, became the first Italian to win the National Series in 2020. Then it was Ollie Behrman one of 8 drivers in the FIA Formula One World Championship who have been launched from this series. Andrea Antonelli, you know what Kimi did this morning over in Miami. The 2022 champion. Kasper Stuger in 2023. And the reigning champion, Freddie Slater, for the team on your screen. Prema, he is the reigning champion. We try again without Arthur Lorimer. The Viola Formula Racing team. 3-car entry this weekend, down to 2.
Absolutely, looks like they're having some issues. Perfect timing though, as we get back and come back over to the screen to bring you this Italian F4 race. Yes, I just had to quickly get into JT's laptop there so we can actually stream this IndyCar Practice 2 session. There's so much going on. That's the kind of mad stuff that we're doing. But what we are doing is also getting everyone into position. This is going to be quite a lot of fun then, coming our way in a couple of moments' time. And wow, this is going to be quite exciting. This is going to be quite a good race, hopefully, and a good contest to get us going for the second time today in Italian F4. 5 red lights on screen, and we go racing for the second race of the season. And we're going to immediately see a very, very good start off the line, and that is going to be the lead maintained from Keen Nakamura Berta, Maximilian Popov in second place, and then it's going to be Stolchamanis who's trying to move through. We're side by side. That's the Premis. We have Hannah Salim who's dropped down a couple of positions, so Salim Hannah losing a couple of places, not what they wanted off the start. A very exciting start to Italian F4, but still the lead maintained for Keen Nakamura Berta.
Yeah, absolutely terrible start from Salim Hannah there. He got absolutely mugged into the first corner by his teammate Stolchamanis, who did a great job to get there from the second row. And it was really quite easy for Popov to just really inherit second place now. And he seems to be on his way to after Nakamura Berta, as the two Premas are still fighting over third place there.
Yep, they absolutely are indeed. Dramatic start then as we continue, and that is going to be off the road. David Walther into the grass, and he's going to find himself stopped. Still the Premis side by side as we see Salim Hannah trying to recover some of those positions. He still is going wheel to wheel with Thomas Stolchamanis, and Stolchamanis doing everything he needs to right now. They're sliding all over the road. An aggressive start to this one. Lucas Samalisto trying to get in the mix. Contact.
Someone spun in the background there. Couldn't quite catch who it was there. A blue car is going round, and but it is managing to recover. A couple more off in the background safety there. Car. All sorts of drama here, and safety car is out.
Yep, so we've got Emily Cotti who's off the road as well, I can see. So Emily Cotti's off the road, along with David Walter, as we mentioned. There was a couple more drivers involved. There was so much going on in the opening lap as we cut to more and more drivers.
Yeah, so much dust there. Someone's been through the gravel, obviously, and that is number 11. That's Luca Vizaranu in the real racing car. The Romanian driver comes into the pits now for some much-needed repairs. Hopefully he can get back out and catch up to the back of the pack.
Yep, absolutely. Hopefully he can indeed. Well, this is really turning into an exciting contest as they all navigate their way through. Well, phenomenal stuff. 20 minutes and 20 seconds to go on the clock. We're momentarily going to head back over to the world feed for a couple of moments while I quickly get in contact with JT regarding the IndyCar session.
The circuit. This is the reason why the safety car has gone out. Elia Weiss has gone around and thankfully avoided by the rest of the pack, the single Cram Motorsport car. Elia Weiss has continued on in position 23, thankfully undamaged. And the final driver unscathed is Guy Elbag, who had a great run to 14th this morning. Remember, 5 drivers will not qualify for the final tomorrow night at 7:30 local time here at Misano. There's Luca Samalisto going on through in car 7. It's not looking good for David Walter. Had a tough run in the first race this morning, the former Tony Kart Racing team driver. Multiple WSK race winner. He is lightning quick, but has got no luck so far, thus far this weekend. So the order is Kin Nakamura Berta, P1, super start from Maximilian Popov in P2. Stolchamanis third, Salim Hanna fourth. Olivieri, Samalisto, Gomez, Anurag, Powell and Artem Severukian. And it's Bart Harrison, kart 77. Just outside the top 10, ahead of Frey, Collis, Sata, Savinkov, DCC. That's David Cosman Christopher, ahead of Kirill Kutskov, Al Salati. Better be Duna, the remaining Real Racing car, Strange. Westcott, Payton, the Californian, ahead of Elia Weiss and Guy Albag. In car 44 for R-Race GP. Here's the final runner. There's Guy going on by, escapes the carnage. Looking to finish strongly. And for many of these drivers further back in the pack, it is now a fight to make it through to tomorrow afternoon's or tomorrow evening's fourth race, the final at 7:30 local time. Don't worry, that is before the start of tomorrow night's Miami Formula One Grand Prix, where our 2022 champion, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, took a sensational pole position on the streets in Florida early this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you can see how much Ian is liking the Antonelli sprint pod. I think we all are, but especially for him, considering he managed to cover that. And he's been mentioning quite a lot across the broadcast. But yeah, it's a big moment for Freca, a big moment for this championship as well, to see one of their own being able to achieve that this weekend.
Yeah, it's really taken the motorsport community by storm. I expect there'll be other broadcasts worldwide making note of it as well. But yeah, this championship provided Kimi Antonelli with his first taste of car racing, and he lapped it up and did a great job the year he won his championship here.
Well, in typical Italian F4 stuff, only 16 minutes, everyone, and 20 seconds to go on the clock. We're getting ready to go racing once again then. Here we go. We're going to have Kin Nakamura Berta nail the race start. Can he now nail the safety car restart as we are getting all set and ready to go racing around Misano once again? As we put our foot down, Maximilian Popov will try sticking behind. Thomas Stolchamanis will be in third position. Can Salim Hanna try get the jump as well as we come out of the final corner? Super wide for Maximilian Popov as he rejoins, and he has the two Premas directly in behind. We have Salim Hanna trying to defend. They're still all single file until we get to further back in the field. A couple of overtakes being attempted, but the top drivers all navigating their way to single file at this stage.
Yeah, that's right. It was a great start from the drivers at the front. Popov doing his best to try and stay with Nakamura Berta and keep Stolchamanis behind, who seems to, at the moment, have seen off the challenge from his teammate Salim Hanna.
Yeah, so that is a really interesting start at the front of the field as we all navigate our way through. Is anyone going to try pull out and make some moves? And that is going to be hyper on the defensive for Kabir Anurag further back. So he is really trying to defend. 15 minutes and 20 seconds to go. We're still battling in the mid-pack, but Nakamura Berta just doing exactly what he needs. Kin Nakamura Berta doing a fantastic job on that restart. Now let's see whether we can pull away from Maximilian Popov and whether can we see Salim Hanna try and fight back up against his team. But I think actually having to check more of the mirrors with Emanuele Olivieri trying to make the movement. We actually cut to that battle now as they go side by side. So Olivieri is going to be trying his absolute best to fight away by, and the Freca commentator for selected rounds this year, Chris McCarthy, is very excited by Olivieri coming into this year. When I was talking with him earlier on for a very long chat we had about this championship, along with quite a few others, including Freca, that has just happened as we make our way out of the final corner and down the start-finish straight.
Yeah, that's right. Olivieri, he had a bit of an anonymous year last year. It was
Oh,
sort of semi-regularly on the pole, and sorry, Omi, go ahead.
phenomenal move, phenomenal move. Sorry, Wes. I just got really excited by that move. It was phenomenal. Around the outside, that is super stuff. Absolutely extraordinary to just go the long way round. Usually ends in tears, usually ends in contact. Well done also to Salim Hanna for leaving the space, leaving the room. But a fantastic move, exactly at the moment, Wes, when you're praising him.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, Salim Hanna was couldn't really do anything about that move there. Going back to Olivieri, though, he had a bit of an anonymous year last year in Italian F4, but for some reason, at the beginning of this year, in the F4 Middle East Championship, the Winter Series, he was like a man possessed. He absolutely had one hand on the trophy from the beginning. As off the track goes one of the RSGP cars.
Yep, absolutely. So that's chaos further back. We are side by side throughout the field right now at this stage. Anurag just trying his absolute best to keep some of the other contenders behind him. And he is really going to be trying his best to defend. He's got Artem Sevayukin, who is trying to give him chase. That is the battle that currently goes on between those two drivers.
Yeah, I think that was Alex Powell that went off the track, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to come back to it. Maybe we'll see a replay. As if by magic, here it is.
Yep, indeed.
Yeah, Alex Powell just side by side with another car, and the other car just was in no mood to battle there. Showed him the edge of the track.
Yeah, absolutely. So, fascinating stuff then. A really, really interesting restart to that race. And now we find ourselves with quite a lot going on in terms of... we have Thomas Doltramanis seeing whether he can put some pressure on. So it will be interesting to see whether he is able to do anything when it comes to Maximilian Popov directly in behind. Keen Nakamura Berta doing exactly what he needs. And that is just to pull away at this stage. A couple of lockups going on throughout the field.
Oh, as up the inside there, that is number 52. That's Savinkov in the other RSGP car, trying to recover from his poor start. That will be on Jan Koller. He was making the move on there.
He was indeed. Okay, I'm going to try do this without leaving you guys up here in the commentary box alone. I'm going to go start the IndyCar stream as we go side by side. We're still all battling our way through at this stage, trying to get the foot down, the Van Amersfoort, trying to make the move and trying to go on the attack. Of course, we have Jan Koller doing a massive job when it comes to trying to defend that position. Some great battling going on in the mid-pack of this one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Jan Koller so far has seen off the challenge from Savinkov in the RSGP, but yeah, no doubt Savinkov will be back later on. Koller, I believe, is the sole is sorry, excuse me. He's the lowest placed US GP car at the US racing car, I should say. Get my words right. But yeah, so he's suffered a bit in the first couple of laps, but is managing to see off the challenge now.
He is indeed. So, super tight still in the battle for second place. Super tight still in the battle for fourth position. Olivieri has not been able to fully pull away from Halim Senna there as well. So, getting really, really tight between some of our contenders at the front. It's not all completed yet. A little look coming in from Stoltramanis as they try and go on the attack to push. And Rez, I'll let you take over for a couple of minutes while I about a minute as well, while I just get this IndyCar stream completely sorted, as we are still doing battle and it's getting really tight. And do we have a car slowing?
Yes, we do. That I think that is Gabriel Gomez, one of the US racing cars there. Some kind of problem. We'll check back with that in a moment there. But yeah, and it's it's number 7. That's Lucas Samalisto. I beg your pardon. Who has just pulled off to the side, some kind of car trouble, and that is a great shame there for him. He was doing well. Fastest lap of the race for Key Nakamura Berta. I wonder if that will result in another safety car. We'll have to wait and see. But as we go through 9.5 minutes of this race, plus 1 lap still to go, let's go through the order so far. It's Key Nakamura Berta for Prema Racing, who's currently leading at a gap of 2 seconds back to Max Popov in the Van Amersfoort car. Then it's Stolson Marnis in the other Prema from Emanuele Olivieri, who's done a great job to recover from a poor start. And then we've got Salim Hanna running 5th. He started on the front row but has fallen back. Then behind him we've got Gabriel Gomez and Kabir Anurag, both of them teammates in US Racing. As we coming towards us now, and interesting, Key Nakamura Berta. This is his second season of Italian F4 racing. He had a bit of an up and down season last year. Of course, his first taste of car racing was in the F4 Southeast Asia. He did, which was a winter series at the time. He'd been karting primarily in 2023. Did quite well in that.
Okay, perfect. That is sorted. Thank you very much, Wes. Thank you very much for just covering for those minutes as well, as I just wanted to make sure everything worked and we could get IndyCar on. And now I can chill for about 43 minutes with that on my laptop as well, so it doesn't affect anything. I'll still be able to get to F1 and do my hosting duties in a couple of moments, and we can of course bring you over to the camera screen. I understand there's been a lot of just staring at live timings without rather seeing our faces, so we can get you that till the end of this race, until we get to the checkered flag. So Key Nakamura Berta 2.4 seconds clear ahead of Maximilian Popov, who is coming under pressure from Stoltz Marnis, who, as I mentioned, Wes, earlier on in the broadcast, really went on a charge to try and make some overtakes in the race 1 earlier on today. Wasn't able to do it, was stuck behind all the way to the end, kind of like Rashid Al-Daheri in the Freca race that's just gone by. Was really close, lap after lap after lap, but just not able to make the move by the time the checkered flag came.
Yeah, these cars very, very similar to the Freca cars, of course, both of them made by the Italian manufacturer Tatus. Very similar design. They also have kind of similar flaws as well when it comes to aero wash. So something for Tatus to hopefully fix in the future.
Yeah, that is something indeed for them to fix as we come over that. But yeah, it would be great to be able to see them, of course, get closer to what they currently have, and also make the overtaking just a little bit more exciting as well when it comes to this championship, just to get the full effect at most rounds. But this championship usually does deliver in terms of chaos as well, usually at multiple rounds this year. But it's all about whether we are able to see it across most rounds.
Yeah, that's right. And as we see Emanuele Olivieri on screen now, not really able to make any impression on Stolz in front of him, or Popov in front of him, and they're kind of losing ground now to Nakamura Berta, who seems to have this race in the palm of his hand with just over 5 minutes and 1 lap to go. I can't really see anybody catching him.
Yeah, he's just perfectly got to this race and is keeping it ahead of the rest of the field. So he's doing a really, really good job, which is really, really great to see as they all navigate their way through and we make our way past and through, at this stage, some of the other cars that have, of course, been recovered in this race. 5 minutes and 15 seconds. A lap will be added on after this race, as we got in Italian F4 race 1 earlier on, and then also the Freca race as well. But for the second race running, Stoltz Marnis just wishing he could get a bit of clean air near the final stages. Let's take a look at a replay. Now that is going to be Albag going off the road.
Guy Albag, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Similar to what we saw earlier in the race, Guy Albag side by side with I think that was the Van Amersfoort of Peyton Westcott, I believe, and Westcott just in no mood to have Albag side by side with her.
Yep, that was the case. Great performance from Q Nakamura Roberta, doing exactly what he just needed to. And in a season opener like this, every point you can get in the early stages is very important, Wes, because there will be races. You could be the most dominant man. There will be races where you find yourself spinning. There will be races where you find yourself off the road, like we literally just saw with Freddie Slater.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very true. Every point counts. With 4 races this weekend, that doesn't necessarily mean we'll have 4 races at every weekend. So
yeah,
it's a little hard to say at this point how many races in all there will be in the year. We know there are 7 events, 7 different tracks. So yeah, you can get somewhat of an idea about the number of points you can get per race, but not every weekend.
Yeah, not every weekend. I guess the 4 races giving us a little bit more action. But on some busy weekends, maybe the 3 would be a little bit more preferable as well, and a bit more easier rather than the groups that we of course have to work with. You've got Group A and B who are doing battle. You had Group B and C earlier on today in the opening race of the season. I'm happy that we were able to get it. So phenomenal stuff coming into this race by the field, and they are all still attacking. 2 Premas, both wanting to try and get by. You have a move still being attempted by Stolchamanis to try and get past. You have Salim Hanna just trying her absolute best as well. Are we going to finally see the move? I think attempted by Stolchamanis, just being large in the mirrors in our final stages of this race.
Yeah, Popov not going to be intimidated there by Stolchamanis, who came back from very far back, and now Hanna wants that place back from Olivieri, who took it from him earlier in this race. Olivieri goes onto the defensive line. Is Hanna going to be able to go around the outside? Not quite sure. We're seeing 2 moves at the same time, possibly now.
Phenomenal stuff. It's the action that we want. Late defense from Maximilian Popov, really having to go over to the edge of the circuit. It is super tight. He's going to the inside. Stolchaman is trying to get by, off the road by a mile. Will go Maximilian Popov. He'll rejoin still alongside, but the Prema driver is going to move on by, and that will be the position gained for Stolchamanis, stuck behind in race 1. And then, in race 2, stuck behind for so long, but finally, as we go on to another lap, with 1 minute and 40 seconds to go, he's got through.
Yeah, both drivers technically off the track there, so I don't think that that Popov was ever going to be able to save that one there. Stolchamanis got that one legitimately, so I don't think any need for the stewards to get involved now. But Olivieri is now on the back of Popov there. Popov could be losing a podium position at this rate.
Olivieri, who was having to really go on the defensive up against Salim Hanna a few moments ago, now is going to be looking to do the attacking. It's exactly what we mentioned in Freka, of the aspect of drivers having to attack, of the aspect of drivers having to defend, all of that combining into one, and it delivers us usually with some fantastic action and battles that go on for a while. Key Nakamura about at 3.5 seconds clear of Stolchamanis. It's a Prema 1 and 2 at this stage. You've got another Prema of Salim Hanna trying to find a way through to 4th and then to possibly 3rd, but time is running out. We've got 30 seconds to go on the clock plus 1 lap, so opportunities are going to be running out. Opportunities will be limited for these drivers. They need to make their move now if there is to be any changes in the order.
Yeah, that's right, and Hanna will desperately want to reclaim as many places as he can. Remember, he started this race in 2nd position and is now running 5th, so he will want to make up and limit his loss from this race.
That will be the case, absolutely, as they fight their way by. We are making our way then into the final into the final stages of this one. We've ticked down to 0. We're going to have one more lap after this one. It will be the lap that will take Kei Nakamura to victory if he can keep it pointing in the right direction. It will be Stoltamanis relaxing a little bit with that second place, and then it will be full out, elbows out stuff for Maximilian Popov as he tries to maintain that final spot on the podium. He's got 2 hungry drivers behind though, and you have Olivieri really still under attack, while he also tries to attack by Salim Hanna, who may have got overtaken but hasn't let that one go since, and will there be the opportunity on the exit, really tucking in the slipstream. I can imagine there will be a look at least for Salim Hanna very shortly, as he knows that if he wants to make the move, it has to be now. This is the moment when they arrive in our camera shot. Are we going to see the move from Salim Hanna looking to the outside line? Won't be able to do it as we make our way through here on this penultimate lap, still waiting to head on to the final tour around this circuit here at Misano, as we see them come across the line, and they will continue on all the way through for another lap as we head on to the final tour.
Yeah, that's right. Hanna getting so close to Olivieri, as you said, almost losing his front wing. He's going to have to really be careful there, as Kei Nakamura Berta absolutely dominant in this race. 3.8 seconds the gap back to Stoltamanis, who isn't able to close the gap. Probably not much point at this stage of the race there, just being on the final lap. But yeah, richly deserved this from Nakamura Berta.
Yep, it will be a deserved victory, as you mentioned, Wes. It was a super launch off the line, and it was lead maintained from him. He navigated a safety car restart. He was able to navigate the rest of the race as well. So it's been a great job for Kei Nakamura Berta, who will get the same feeling tomorrow as he will start on pole position for the 3rd race of this Italian F4 weekend. Kei Nakamura Berta attacking his way through the final few corners around this circuit. He's got 4 seconds directly in behind to his teammate. Stoltamanis will be in 2nd place, but no one has had the answer to Kei Nakamura Berta today. Lots of homework for the rest of the field to do if they want to get on terms with this man arriving at the final few corners in race number 3 tomorrow. Kei Nakamura Berta is out of the final corner. He will reach the checkered flag first. Kei Nakamura Berta weaving to victory in Misano. He takes the 2nd race of the weekend. Stoltamanis is in 2nd, and then it's Popov in 3rd position. Olivieri is in 4th, and Salim Hanna is going to be in 5th by the time that we reach the checkered flag. Gabriel Gomez is in 6th. Anurag is in 7th, and then we find ourselves with Seryukin in 8th position, Harrison Bart in Bart Harrison in 9th position, and then Enea Frey completing our top 10, Wes. And we both have to go for different reasons as well. Well, both for the same thing, the F1 sprint that's coming on, but we both do have to go for different reasons. Right now, I'm supposed to be hosting, you're supposed to be recording the BBC Radio 5 live commentary. But can we get your final thoughts, as we're going to be off? We're going to be on a quick off right now.
Yeah, a great race from Nakamura Berta, as I said earlier. Stoltamanis as well, I think, may just about take the driver of the day for me. Absolutely electric start from him to be able to make it up into initially 3rd, and then the overtake on Popov was brilliant as well.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Wes. And that brings the end to all of the action. That brings the end to all of the action here today in terms of JB Motorsports 2. We've done Freca. We've done the 2 Italian F4 races. We have 2 more coming up tomorrow along with a Freca race. It's going to be exciting. But now it is time to see one of our very own, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, try and go for a first victory in Formula 1 of any description. Can he do it? Well, you're going to have to join us on JB Motorsports, the main channel, to find out. But for Italian F4, see you tomorrow. Goodbye.